Hello everyone, this side Dharmendra Verma and today's topic is networking fundamentals. First of all, I just want to clarify what is the meaning of network. We'll let's see about after that the fundamentals. So what is the meaning of network? So network is the collection of devices which can be intelligent or non-intelligent. For example, I just want to show you a simple example. Take a look. Suppose if I have a single computer. Again, single computer cannot talk with any other person, any other computer. So this computer is a stand-alone computer. But if have some stand-alone computers and we want to communicate with each other by the help of any other device, now it will be a network. Now it is a network. Why? Because this computer can communicate with this computer, and this computer will communicate with this computer, and this computer will communicate with this computer, and all computer can communicate with each other by the help of centralized device. So my definition is the collection of devices which can be intelligent or non-intelligent. At this time, my computer is our intelligent device. But the communication media which we are using over here, which is respected, we can just say communicate, creating a channel between my centralized device and computer, that wire is not a intelligent device. What is the intelligent device and what is a non-intelligent device? Uh, this is a base scenario when we can understand what we are doing. It's called intelligent, and when we cannot recognize what we are doing, that is called non-intelligent. For example, wire can only send the data. Wire cannot recognize the data is true or data is false, or we can say data is wrong or data is right. Wire cannot recognize, wire cannot take the decision on the basis of data. Wire have only transmission media, but computer can understand what we are just trying to send or what we are just trying to receive. So computer can understand that. Understanding power will create intelligent and non-intelligent. That's why network is the collection of intelligent and non-intelligent devices. Now take a look. When I'm just talking about the types of the networks, so there's a two architect will create when I'm just talking about the network. The first thing, peer to peer. In the case of peer to peer, there are only two computer, or we can just say two machines. Not only the computer, there are two machines can communicate with each other, but with equal with equal 1 minute. Yes, so their two devices have the equal rights. Suppose this computer, computer A, and this computer, computer B. If those computer communicating with each other with equal rights, that means nobody is client, nobody is server, nobody is slave, nobody is master. That time we can say it's called peer to peer. It can be more than two devices also. It can be more than two devices, but each and every device on this in this network have equal rights to access. For example, I'm just creating another device over here and another device for here, and I'm just going to connect with each other. Okay, now these four devices actually connected with each other. Now let's see, and it is D. Now ABCD actually connected with each other. Nobody is master, nobody is client, nobody is slave in this network. That network is called peer-to-peer. That is called peer-to-peer. P2P. Okay. Now, what is the client server over here? If I'm just talking about the client server, in the difference, we can just say in the difference between client server and peer-to-peer, there's a minor difference, nothing else. In the case of client server, they are centralized device. There's a centralized device called server. I will define the name over here also. And server is a master computer, and there are multiple clients. And again, a centralized device over here, you can just say centralized device can be a hub or switch. These are the nodes. Or we can say these are the clients, or these are the simple computers. Clear? And these all devices connected by my centralized device. This structure is called client server architect. Who is the client? These are the clients. Who is the server? This is the server. Then how you can just say in the technical term, server is a machine which provide the services. Server is a machine which provide the services, which is important. Why? Because all services, all the things actually stored in the server. So we can say, in this case, if server is absent, the client will not work. If my server goes down, the whole client will down. In the example, our math lab or English communication lab in our school, the server is important. The server is important. Why? Because if server is not running, the math lab and English lab will not run. आपने देखा ही होगा कि जब आप आते हो कि भाई मैथ लैब का सर्वर नहीं चल रहा है या इंग्लिश लैब का सर्वर नहीं चल रहा है, तो इंग्लिश लैब की या फिर मैथ लैब की सर्विसेज काम नहीं कर रही होती हैं. सो दिस इज द मेन डिफरेंस बिटवीन द क्लाइंट सर्वर, बिकॉज क्लाइंट सर्वर इज अ बेस मॉडल. Why? Because the server is server play the important part over there. And in the case of peer-to-peer, nobody's server, nobody's client. They are actually using only, we can just say, sending the data only. Here we send the data as well as services. I'm just going to write send the data and services. Clear? Now we're just going to through with that thing. So it's peer-to-peer is clear, client server is clear. Now types of the network. So this is called client server is over, peer-to-peer is over, and one more thing which is important: the types of network. The types of network actually divided in according to the book. There's only two types, LAN and WAN, but in the real term, there are multiple types of the network. For example, LAN. CAN, MAN, and WAN. So what is the meaning of LAN? Or LAN, or we can just say one more thing in this area. I'll just want to create one more thing. This. It's PAN also. So PAN stands for the personal area network. Again, I'm saying personal area network. When you actually connect your mobile with another mobile by the help of Bluetooth, it is called PAN. Clear? When your mobile is connected with another mobile, it's called PAN. The base, we can just say disadvantage, or we can say limitation of the PAN, is the only one connection can be established at the one time. There's only one connection can be established at the one time. In the case of LAN, LAN is a small network, as the name is local area network. So that means it is a network which have a limit of office size. That means if you have a network in a building, you can just say it is a LAN. If you have a small office and you have suppose 100 number of computers or 150 computers, so you can just say it is a LAN. But after is when there are multiple buildings. If in your office there are multiple buildings present, that time you can just say it is a CAN. There are buildings, and each and every building have the separate LAN. So there are the three LANs, in the three buildings, and the collection of these three LANs is called CAN. It stands for Campus Area Network. I'm saying Campus Area Network. And now the third one and important is MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. Now, what is the meaning of Metropolitan Area Network? Now, Metropolitan Area Network stand using for that if a network is actually extend in the basis of your city. A network actually covered a city is called Metropolitan Area Network. Now, take a look. If I have multiple CANs which is located in a different location of the city. Clear? Suppose it is a location, for example, A, it's a location B, it's a location C, or it is a location D. These are the different location, not in a single building, not in a single area. These are actually in different types of the locations, and they are able to communicate with each other. That is called metropolitan area network. So again I'm saying A is the CAN. I'm writing over there, which is understandable for you. CAN, and inside the CAN there are multiple LAN. Okay, now these are the multiple LANs. For example, this is a LAN, LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 1, LAN 2, okay, LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 1, LAN 2. So that is called MAN. See, take a look. In the case of LAN, there is only a small size office. In the case of CAN, the office size actually extend in multiple buildings. In the case of MAN, the extended buildings actually located in the different location of your city. But what is the WAN? The WAN is the collection of differently located LANs. For example, if my network in India, or we can just say a network of India wants to communicate with a network of United States of America, at that time that Indian network have to connect with USA network, but it is not possible we can communicate with by the help of a single wire, because it is not possible कि हम लोग यहाँ से एक वायर डालें और सीधे USA तक ले जाएं, or we cannot do that thing. Clear? So what we can do at the time, we required a service provider. We required a service provider which is able to connect my network with USA network. It's called wide area network. Clear? Okay, now it's called wide area network. Or we can say simply, अगर मैं इसको थोड़ा सा और डीप में समझाऊं, suppose I am getting a network from Reliance Jio. It's a network of Jio, and in USA there's a company, suppose name is Aligar. These are the two ISPs, internet service provider. One from India and second one from USA. Now my network can only connect with Jio, or sometime you are using the Jio phones. Clear? So you are connected with Jio only, and it is the Jio responsibility to connect your things with the Aligar. Then after, it's your USA client. I'm just going to write, it is easy to understand. India, and it's called USA. So Indian network, or we can just say if you are located in India, you are connected with Jio, and USA candidate will connected with Aligarh. So it's Jio's responsibility to connect with the Aligarh and Aligarh responsibility to connect with the Jio. So that term is called wide area network, because there's a lots of the things covered, because there's not only talking about, I'm not talking only about the India and USA, there's a lots of countries actually connected with each other. Clear? That term is called wide area network. It's called WAN. In some books it can be GAN, G-A-N. It stands for geographical area network. Clear? So I think my point is clear for you. Now after that is internet. What is the internet? Most of the people are using the internet right now. For example, if you are using the WhatsApp, if you are using the Facebook, if you are using the Twitter or anything else. Clear? So you both those all things actually working with internet. If your internet is not working, your Facebook will not work, or your WhatsApp will not work. You are not able to send the messages. You are not able to get the messages from the side of the your neighbors, or we can just say your relatives, your friends. Clear? So what minute? So internet is what? Internet is a service. Clear? Internet is a service which work on the WAN. So each and every service which work on the WAN is called internet. It's called internet. INT. The service work on the LAN is called intranet. So the basic difference between the internet and intranet: intranet is your local network and intranet is called global network. So internet is a service work on the wide area network, or we can just say global network, and intranet is a service which work on the local network. So that is the difference between the LAN and WAN and internet and intranet. Clear? Then after World Wide Web, so World Wide Web is again a service, so we can just say community which useful to create the websites, not to create the websites, to publish the websites, to run the websites on the wide area network. And World Wide Web is only for websites, nothing else. If you are using the websites, that time you have to use the World Wide Web. But so simple thing is, if you will see www in any website, that means it is not your local website. Clear? If I'm just saying www.google.com, that means Google is not the part of your computer. www means to say Google is not the part of your computer. For example, if I'm just actually writing over here google.com. Okay, it's hide the www. I'm going to, yes. Now take a look. HTTP. Please focus over this area only. Actually, Google Chrome hide those all things which is understandable, or we can just say which is common for each and every websites. So take a look. HTTPS, Hypertext Transmission Protocol Secure. S stand for the secure. Hypertext Transmission Protocol Secure /www. World Wide Web. That means it is not the part of your computer. You have to use internet if you just want to use the Google. Clear? www means to say if you just want to use the this facility, then you have to connect with the internet. Google.com. Google is the server. .com means to say the commercial server. Clear? So this is the difference. www means to say World Wide Web. That means it actually showing www is actually showing Google is not the part of your computer locally. You have to use the internet. Okay, now what is the next? I just want to where's this one, close it. Okay, these are the some advantage of network, or we can just say these are the reasons why we are using the network. So the first thing, data sharing. What is the meaning of data sharing? Now the question behind each and every concept is why. We just want to create the network? What is the need of network? So these are the things which fulfill your need. So what's the first thing is called data sharing. In the case of data sharing, if I just want to share a data with any person on the basis of local area or in the basis of wide area, for example, if I just want to send a letter to US president or Prime Minister Modi or whatever, or any person, so how will I send? There are two methods. I'll write a letter and enclose in an envelope and take a cab or taxi, move to the Delhi and find out the PM Modi, which is not easily accessible, clear, and send the data. But it's again not possible. It will take the time. Or if I just want to send the data to US Prime Minister, so उसमें तो बहुत झाड़ हो जाएगा, मतलब बहुत सारे पैसे लग जाएंगे. To sharing those things by the help of internet, it is, you can say this, in a few seconds. It will not get your money, it will not get your time, it will work in few seconds, in few microseconds. I'm sorry, not seconds, in few microseconds if your internet speed is okay. So if you just want to share the data, then you have to use the internet or network. So the base thing is to create a network. The basic we can just say reason is data sharing. If I just want to share the video, most of you are using the WhatsApp, and we share the videos. We share the thoughts by the help of Facebook. We share the we can just say our opinion on the Twitter. Then hardware sharing. Hardware sharing is again a important part. I'll just show you how. For example, I just want to delete all things. Okay, take a look. Hardware sharing. Suppose I have 10 computers. Or we cannot 10 computers, only I have 5 computers. Just suppose I have 5 computers and I want a service. It's called printing service, or we can just say I required a printer for each and every one. So I'll purchase I have to purchase 5 printers. For single printer cost is 10,000. Okay, single printing cost is 10,000. So 10,000 for 1 minute. 10,000 for this, and 10,000 for this one, 10,000 for this one, and 10,000 for this one. The last is 10,000 for this one. Clear? So how many rupees be required for 5 computers? It's around
it's around 50,000. So 50,000 rupees are required to establish a proper printing environment for each and every computer. मतलब मुझे सबसे print लेना है, then we required 50,000 rupees. Now at this time, what can I do if I just want to reduce the money or reduce the cost? Then what will I do? I can easily, you know, मैं यहाँ से 10,000 रुपये के प्रिंटर्स को हटा देता हूँ. Now I have only a single printer, and I can a single printer of 10,000 rupees cost. Then what will I do? I will actually arrange a switch and create a network. And connect with my printer. So at this time, the all computers, computer number 1, computer number 2, computer number 3, computer number 4, computer number 5, actually those 5 computers able to take the print from this printer. Okay, so that means it is a hardware. Printer is a hardware. Now, by the help of network facility, we share this printer to each and every computer. That term is called hardware sharing. Hardware sharing. We can share the printer, we can share the scanner, we can share the storage device, we can share the resources, all resources. We can share the DVD drive, we can share everything which we want to share in the term of the hardware. Clear? That's called hardware sharing. Then after the hardware sharing, internet access sharing. Now, if same the if I just want to use the internet from all devices, then we required normally we required 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections. But it is there is no need to purchase the 5 connections. We can purchase only a single connection from the ISP, and I will connect that connection to my centralized device, and this centralized device this centralized device is actually this centralized device distribute my connection to each and every computer. That's called internet sharing. Clear? So at this time, if I purchase a single connection, my all devices able to run the internet, use the internet, sorry, not run the internet, it's use the internet. Now after that is uses of network based application. It is more important. It is really more important, because these all are you can just say not so important, but this one is so important. Why? Because if I just want to apply a server, and for example cases of English class, English language lab, or any other lab which we are running in the our school. Take a look. I'll just design a server. Okay, if I'm applying over here, suppose maths lab, MATLAB software. Clear? So there's no need to install the MATLAB software in PC number 1, PC number 2, PC number 3, PC number 4 and PC number 5. These 5 computers easily access the application from the server. These clients can easily access the MATLAB software from the server. So at this time my server is a distributing point and the client is accessing point. So that is called application sharing. That is called application sharing. How? Because I install my application in a single computer and rest of all my clients are using that. Okay class, I'm hoping